Man, Q, you gotta cue me when we live. I'm violating any of the, if I'm violating my non-disclosure agreement, I want you to cue me first of all. Oh, thank you. They cued me to tell me where I was supposed to be looking. All this time I ain't been looking in the right spot. You know what I mean? And you gotta ask yourself, how am I getting this access that I have? It's either I know something, I did something, or I didn't pay for something you ain't paid. And if I didn't pay for something you ain't paid, and I'm telling you, matter of fact, I'm still paying. It's enough money for everybody. As a matter of fact, they got the money. You know what I mean? People, oh, it's enough money. They got the money. They're not going to release it to you. You know, it's like a slot machine. He ain't finna pay you out. You ain't putting nothing up in there. The person right before you just dropped 5 bands in that slot machine. Here you come sitting there with 300, and that was all, the only 300 you had, and you lost it, and you managed the slot machine. Somebody before you put up 5, maybe you was in the wrong game. It's a pay-to-play game. It's a pay-to-play game. And the biggest mistake artists are having, at least in my area, I don't want to speak for no other area but Michigan, is the Michigan mentality, which is to think that when you want some French fries, you go to Tupelo instead of Idaho. Thinking when you want orange juice, you're going to go to Missouri instead of Florida or California. Their stars are made in New York, Miami, LA, and Atlanta. Shout out to Street Certified. It's like when a car pull up to the lift gate, and when it get to the lift gate, the arm go up, the car go through, and the lift gate drop. So I'm reaching out to all of my loved ones in Michigan, artists, dancers, models, and you name it, to let them know you got to get connected to the car. You don't even got to ride in the car with me. As a matter of fact, I don't even want you riding in the car with me. But if you're not finna spend $300,000 for this, or $60,000 for a tour, like a Master P artist tour, you know what I'm saying, or $30,000 for that, or $10,000 for this TV star, $5,000 for this, or $20,000 for this beat. If you ain't finna put up all that money, I'm finna tell you, you're not finna get it, because it's a pay-to-play game. Like, quit fooling yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because them people that you working with, they not getting your numbers to move. You ain't making no movement. You've been doing the same thing. And for the Grand Rapids rappers, because that's where I'm from, shout out to Grand Rapids. It's like that Grand Rapids mentality, you don't need nobody. You don't need nobody, and you're going to be all alone in an island all by yourself with all your songs, and ain't nobody going to listen. So again, just to anybody out there, if you're a producer, man, and your artist ain't in phase 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, you should call me. You know what I'm saying? I'll do the first consultation to be free. And the only reason I charge for the consultation is because people don't believe me till I take them to the people, and then they put on the songs, and you hear a Beyonce song that you ain't never heard before. Was that? Or you hear a Kale song you ain't never heard before. Shout out to El DeBarge. Him and Robert S got one of the best songs that's ever been recorded. I don't know why they won't. I know why they won't release it, but I can't say, right? So with that being said, I've been rambling long enough. And you got to ask yourself, why, to my brothers that was out there in LA with us, shout out to the Prize Fighter video shoot. Shout out to Sony TDS. Shout out to Street Certified. Shout out to the whole Melrose, Hollywood, WeHo. You know what I'm saying, how we do out there. Iconic Worldwide, you know what I'm saying, Gateways. Shout out. But ask yourself, y'all, that the Michigan cats that was there, why was those people where I asked them to be? I'm from Grand Rapids just like you. Why was they there? Why was them girls from the TV show where I was asking them to be? Why was when the people was late, they was apologizing? Why? Why would I have this information? It must be something that I've done you haven't done. You understand what I'm saying? And if you ain't finna do it, then you might as well get connected to the car, Hook Records or whatever you want to call it, because you can ask all my brothers. I do not absorb brands. I ain't trying to do that. We trying to build, nation build. But when Hook Records go through, and PVS Studio and Dirt Song go through, and Rookies the Legend go through, and Fireproof Films go through, you should have your brand connected to the chain to go through. Because once the iron drop, that's a wrap. And anybody, y'all done been through them lift gates, and what happened when your car go through is shit. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't control the lift gate, and I ain't the gatekeeper. I'm just a brother that love what I do. I love my people. And again, back to what I was saying, my affirmations is different than most people. I don't want nothing for you, but I want for my brothers and sisters what I want for myself. You understand? I understand love is the key. You know, altruism is key. You know, being of service is key. You feel me? But at the end of the day, ask yourself, why in the world would a guy from the worst place financially for African Americans to live, Grand Rapids has been noted that in several publications nationally, why would a brother like me who was born and raised there and educated there have the access he have and get where he's gotten in his career, right? Hot Rod on the hook. Who is he to you? You see what I'm saying? I might not be nobody to you, but you better ask them peoples that matter. They'll tell you that's our dude. I ain't got time to sit here and try and convince you that the reason your rap career ain't went nowhere in Grand Rapids is because you ain't tapped into the right source. And if you're looking for the source, I ain't got nothing else to say. Cut it off.